Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. Walts Fish Market and Restaurant has been serving Sarasota since the early 1900s, and they have a fun event going on this weekend. Here to tell us more are owners Brett and Linda Wallen. Welcome to the show.
How are you doing, Cassie?
I'm glad to have you guys here today and this very interesting thing sitting here on here. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So what is the Tom Wallen Memorial Reef benefit all about?
Well, it started out, Tom Wallen, my late husband and Brett's dad, passed away several years ago, and our family and the community wanted to think of a way to honor him, and it was brought up to name a reef after him because of his passion and involvement with the commercial fisheries, recreational fisheries, and restoring the habitat for Sarasota.
Yeah.
He served on the Gulf Council. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, over 30 years ago, and that really helped bridge the gap between the commercial fishermen and the recreational fishermen.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
all about the habitat.
Yeah.
We know that, right?
That's the bottom line, because without that, nobody has a business.
That's right.
So,
for sure.
So you guys are doing a benefit to raise money for the reefs.
Right, and so how it works, and everyone looks at this, and what is a reef? And we don't have naturally occurring reefs, so we have to have artificial reefs. Sarasota has several, Gulf and in the Bay, and we thought it would be fitting to raise money to enhance the reef with reef balls, and that's what that is.
Okay, so tell me about, so the reef ball is made of concrete. It's very,
Concrete.
very heavy.
Very
and balancing precariously on top of this table here. So how does this work? Basically, you put it in the water.
Well, this is a very small, tiny replica. They're huge, really, really big, weigh tons, made locally. It's lowered into the water on the reefs. There are several reefs, but we are trying to start with Tom's Reef. It's round, it's not flat like that. And the fish go in and out, and the little fish can hide from the big fish.
Okay, and so basically it just attracts fish and gives them a place to live and...
Yeah, correct. And like she was saying about not having the natural coral reefs here, if you ask any fisherman, recreational, commercial here in Sarasota area, which and talk to them at a daily basis, they fish a lot of these artificial reefs, and it 100% works. So I like to support things that I know that works, and I've already seen a difference in my restaurant by it's pretty cool to be able to catch fish on the artificial reef your dad's named after and come back and sell it at your restaurant.
That is really cool. And I guess they're good for the environment as well. They don't damage anything by putting it in there. If anything,
Correct.
it just helps to enhance the environment for the fish.
Absolutely.
They grow, natural growth grows on top of these over the years, which is kind of a neat thing when you're a scuba diver and you see a reef ball drop one year, then a couple of years later you can go down and see it. It doesn't look like a big piece of concrete anymore. It looks like a natural thing that's been there for a long time.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. That's a really neat cause. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about Walts Fish Market and Restaurant. How long has it been in business for?
Well, Walts is, it all started out in the early 1900s as my great-grandfather, Klaus Abel Wallen, was a commercial fisherman. And as you know, Sarasota is always known for Ringling Circus, and that's how we got here, from Sweden. And that's how and back then, Sarasota was so small, most of the fish was shipped out to Chicago, New York City, and the local people basically would just trade them for the fish. It wasn't really a big profitable thing. And that's really how it started. And then as my dad progressed in the business coming out of Vietnam, and that's when the restaurant started growing bigger and bigger. And then he saw the reason to get back into the habitat part and to preserve it for many generations to come.
That is really neat. So you're a restaurant that serves the community, but you're also helping to supply your own restaurant by preserving the environment too.
Correct.
There you go.
That's a great cause. That's really cool. So what makes you different from other seafood restaurants other than everything I just said?
Well, it all starts out too if, say you live on Siesta Key or on the water somewhere in Sarasota, and if you get up early enough, you could see some of my guys or myself personally leaving out Big Pass and on their way out to catch lunch for Walts. Generally some of our guys are in by noon.
Wow.
With the first morning catch, and then the other guys progress on the rest of the day. And that really what makes it different as well. I come in, I'm sometimes soaking wet. I don't have my boots on today here because I thought
They were too dirty.
they were too dirty. So that's really what makes us different. We don't just buy it from big box trucks. We buy it from local guys that I know their name.
So this event that's going on this weekend, because I forgot we're getting away from the point. I'm excited to talk to you about your restaurant. So the event that's happening this weekend is on Sunday the 24th. What are the hours for it?
It starts at noon and it goes until they stop us. You know, we and people progress all day long. You know, we had over 1,000 people show up last year and continue with the donations.
And you have live music, you have auctions, you have raffles.
All you can eat
obviously food.
buffet all day long.
And what is that
Wow.
little shark ride for the
A
kids?
mechanical shark
A
ride.
mechanical shark ride.
Wow, definitely something people have to go check out. So where can people go for more information on this?
They can go to our website, you know, waltzfishmarket.com, or just attend or just stop by the restaurant. We have flyers for everybody. The whole staff will be there that day. So, I mean, it's going to be a good event, and we raised over $20,000 last year, and we hope to proceed that this year, you know, go past
Wow.
it. So.
Well, congratulations on that, and I hope
you.
it is super successful this weekend for you. And thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you there.
Hopefully, I hope
Okay.
so. Coming
All
up
right.
on Suncoast FYI, hurricane season is just around the corner, and now is the time to prepare. We'll learn how to get your pets ready for a natural disaster after the break.